Good afternoon, happy Monday. How are you all doing? What are you up to? Welcome to week 11 of Arty Farty Retreat online tutorials. I can't quite believe it's week 11 actually, that's a little bit crazy. Let me just get these up here so I can see all your comments. Yeah, week 11. We're doing soft pastels this week instead of oil pastels, because I know I was going to join those two together at one point, but there's so many things to do with oil pastels that I thought I'd separate them. So hopefully you guys have all got your kind of soft pastels and things this week. But how are you? What have you all been doing for the weekend? What have you been up to? Let me try and pop you guys in my tripod here without me turning it all off, hopefully, with any luck. There we go. Yeah, what have you all been doing at the weekend? What have you been up to? I've been chatting a lot with my friends online this weekend, which was really, really nice. And I saw my nan this weekend at a very big distance and through a window. So I had a chat with her through the window, but oh, it was so nice. It was so nice seeing my nan. Loved doing that. I've also been very hot. I have a slight suntan. Slight suntan line. I should have put more sun cream on. It wasn't good. Hi Sue, how you doing? Nice to see you. And of course I've been getting ready for our Arty Farty community launch, which is launched today. It's further on down our post, so it will be the next post down underneath this. So after you finish watching this, if you wanted to have a look at that, please do. So it's a yearly subscription, and it'll be a private online group where there'll be lots of different things within that group that you can join in. There'll be making days, we'll have critique days, we'll have tutorials on there, like proper kind of 40-minute workshops. We'll have all sorts of things in the membership group. So do have a look at the post about that. As I say, it'll be the post underneath this, and I can put the details in this one as well if you guys want to. So that's a yearly subscription to just kind of help keep this online community going, really, and help keep everyone in contact after lockdown as well as during all this kind of easing of it. So yeah, so have a look and join. Hello Joe. Joe's joined us as well. So we're going to work on soft pastels this week, and I just wanted to show you a few very, very basic blending techniques with the pastels today, because I thought then they'll kind of set us up for the rest of the week. So I have a rubber, and I have a cotton bud, and I've got a piece of kitchen towel as well, or tissue. I'm going to use the masking tape like I did when we did the oil pastels. I'm going to use the masking tape to kind of mask off some squares, but you don't have to. You can just draw them if you don't have any tape with you, and just work within the square. So don't worry. I think I'm just being a bit picky about everything. So I'm just going to get 6 squares. So we need 6 squares with our masking tape. But hopefully you guys are all well. Hopefully you've had a good weekend, enjoying the sunshine. Hopefully. It's been absolutely gorgeous out there. I think it's going to cool down a bit towards the end of the week, but I'm hoping by the time the weekend comes, it's a little bit warmer again, and I can get out and have a barbecue, which would be lovely. Has anyone managed to go to the beach yet? I've seen various posts actually of people. Some people have been to beaches and it's been like ridiculously really busy, and then have come home again because it's busy. But then other people have been to beaches where it's been completely quiet and nobody's been there. So I think there's been a real mixture on the beach front. So I don't know if anyone's managed to go to beaches, or if you've all just been enjoying it in your back garden, which is lovely. Hello Lynn. Lynn's joined us as well. Hello. Right, so let me show you my paper. Let me drop you guys down so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see that now. So all I've done is just marked off 6 squares. As I say, you can draw them. You don't have to use the masking tape for that at all. You can just draw them, that's fine. So the first one that we're going to do is just going to be kind of unblended. So I'm just going to use 2 colours. Yeah, I think I'll just use 2 colours on our first square, and I'm just going to overlap them slightly, but I'm not going to blend them in any way. Oh, Lynn bought masking tape from Artway. Excellent. Have I started off a new addiction to shopping from Artway? Oh, Fiona, you went to Canberra at 8:30, left at 10:30. Oh, and then it was getting really busy. Yeah, see, I've seen so many mixed reports as to whether it's been really busy or really quiet. I guess it just depends on where you go. So I'm going right up to the corners here, as my masking tape will allow. Obviously, if you have drawn your box, then just draw within it with your chalks. So you go down to the bottom half, and I'm just going to overlap them slightly, but this is them without them blended. Now, I should warn you that chalks make a lot of mess, just like oil pastels do. So if you can tip them, what I tend to do is tip it back into the box, and then just give it a little blow, and then it goes all over your table, and you can just clean it up later, so don't worry. So you can see that is without it being blended, and that's just overlapping the 2 different coloured chalks. Okay, so that's what it looks like unblended, and just still nice and bright though, aren't they? Really, really nice and bright. I do love these chalks. So I've got a quite a nice big set here. I think it was Lynn who was saying that she actually went for the bigger set in the end when she ordered, because they're just so many nice colours and so nice and bright. So this next one that we're going to use your finger to blend. So again, pick 2 colours. I might go for a blue this time. So pick 2 colours, and again, just slightly overlap them. Go for a slightly darker blue. There's lots of blues in this one as well, which is lovely. So just slightly overlap. And then I'm going to use my finger to blend. So when I'm using my finger to blend, I'm just going to wipe it on the tissue there. I'm going to go from the light colour to the dark. So start just rubbing away from the light into your darkened colour. I wouldn't bring it back too much. So again, wipe your finger on the tissue, light into the dark. There we go. That's really nicely blended, but you can see that it's slightly muted the colours. Oh, hi Dad, Dad's here. So again, I'm just going to tap that in to my box, give it a bit of blow, and you can see the effects there. So that's just 2 colours in that box that I've nicely blended with my finger. As you can see, I've got a nice blue finger now. I look like I've squashed a Smurf. So the next thing we're going to do is again pick 2 colours, and I'm going to use the tissue to blend it this time. So I might go for these greens actually. So nice green. Oh, that is a nice bright green. And a slightly darker khaki type colour green there. And then I'm just going to use the tissue to again go from the light colour to the dark. So I'm just going to go from light colour, blending it right the way into that darkened colour at the top there. And if I want to do it again, just fold it over so I've got a clean piece of tissue, go from the light right into the dark. There we go. And then again, I'm just going to tap it into my box. Good though. Now you can see, hopefully you can see, with rubbing it with your finger, blending it with your finger, you keep quite a lot of that vivid colour. When you use the tissue, although you might get a smoother blend than you would do with your finger, you do lift off quite a lot of the pigment. So, which is fine if you're doing something that doesn't need as brighter colours. You can use the tissue to blend them. Okay. So next one, I'm going to use my cotton bud or Q-tip, as quite a lot of Americans call it. I think it's called a Q-tip in America. So I'm going to go for a nice dark pinky red here, going into a pink, I think. Ooh, nice pink. Very bright pink. There we go. And then I'm going to use the Q-tip. Now, I'm going to go downwards this time because I think the pink is slightly lighter than the red. Really get into those corners there. Turn it around so you've got a cleaner bit into that red. There we go. Now you can see there's quite a lot of dust that comes off of that one. It's quite a lot of dust, but it still keeps that vivid colour. So using your Q-tip or your cotton earbud, there is still quite a lot of vivid colour on there, beautiful colour on there. Now, the nice thing about using these is that you can really get into kind of corners, or you can get it a bit more precise if you want to blend one bit and not the other, more so than you would do with your finger. Now, there are biodegradable ones. This, unfortunately, is not. I have just realised, not a biodegradable one, but you can get biodegradable ones. Or what I do is I actually reuse these. So I rinse it out because it's only used for art stuff. It's not going near my face or my makeup or anything. So I actually reuse them, just rinse them out, and then leave them to dry. So less waste, which is good. So finally, I'm going to use the rubber. Now the rubber can be, again, it can be quite specific if you're going for kind of a precise part of your picture. What colour shall I use? Use a darker. Yeah, let's use a darker purple and a blue. Really nice dark blue. There we go, and a good old purple. Let's use a nice purple with that. There we go. And then all I'm going to do is just use the corner of the rubber. And again, I'm going to go from probably the purple is slightly lighter. So I'm going to go from the purple all the way down to the blue. I'm going to do that again in the other corner, from the purple all the way down into the blue. Now this, I think, gives it quite a different texture. And to get rid of the chalk on the ends of your rubber, you just need to have a scrap piece of paper and just literally just use the rubber until that bit comes off. Now I think I quite like using the rubber because I think it can give quite precise look, but it also gives a really nice texture. So the thing with chalks, once you've blended them, once you've smudged them in, they can become really, really smooth and quite flat. Whereas I think using the rubber and using the cotton bud in certain places can really give it different texture. So I'm going to lift that up there so you guys can see. So there's my 5. There's my 5. So this is the one with the rubber. And I really quite like the texture that you get with that one as opposed to the others. Now, you will notice you have one box left. So what I'd like you guys to do with the last box is to fill it with whatever technique you like. So you can really have a play around, whether you want to put it on and then just blend it in one corner with the cotton bud, so you can see how precise you can get with one of those, or whether you want to use a slightly different technique. So with the oil pastels, we use stippling, which was like lots of little dots, and then overlapped the two colours with the dots. That works really well with these as well. In fact, I think I might do that with mine. So I'm going to let you guys make up what you want to for that last box. And then hopefully you'll have those 6 techniques all done for using soft pastels. They're good fun. My dad's put, fun fact, the Q-tips were Paul Young's first band. I saw them when I was about 16. Excellent. Were the band named after these? Or were they named after Q-tips as in snooker? Who knows? Who knows? So thank you so much for joining us, guys. It really does mean a lot to have you guys join us every week. I will be back tomorrow at 2 PM with more soft chalks. You will need your chalks, you will need some tissue, you will need a Q-tip if you've got one. If not, you can use the point of a tissue and kind of twist it, especially kitchen paper because it's a little bit stiffer. And black paper if possible. You can still join in and you can still do tomorrow's if you've just got thick white paper, absolutely fine. But if you've got black paper, it will just lift off the colours that we're going to use tomorrow. So I will see you tomorrow at 2 PM. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the warmth. I hope you have lots and lots of fun, and I'll see you tomorrow.